lightsaber duel. She struck to kill, but Anakin didn't want to harm her, so he had no choice but to hold back and simply block and avoid her swings as he tried to bring her back to the light side of the Force. As that was happening, Obi-Wan and the daughter faced the son in his inner sanctum, but during their confrontation, Obi-Wan was separated from the daughter and joined Anakin in trying to stop Ahsoka without hurting her. The son and the daughter deflected each other's Force power attacks, before both shapeshifting into a gargoyle and griffin, respectively, again, to duel it out in their animal forms.
They sure do change into gargoyles
the
a
father
lot.
had regained consciousness and arrived to use his powerful abilities to separate the siblings. But the father was weakened from the previous attack and age, and so the son quickly recovered and attacked him with his Force lightning again. Overwhelmed by the son's growing power on the dark side, the father fell to the ground, under the onslaught. Obi-Wan tried to pass the dagger of Mortis to Anakin, but before he could grab hold of it, Ahsoka interfered and took it for herself, only to pass it on to the son. He thanked the Padawan, rewarding her by letting her know that she had outlived her usefulness, and then, with a simple touch on her forehead, drained all her life energy out of her, causing her to collapse dead on the ground. Full of rage, Anakin hurled himself at the son, but the son easily drove the Chosen One back with the Force, holding the dagger. The son then tried to murder the father with it, but his sister jumped in between them, and so the dagger killed the daughter instead. Much to the son's horror, for despite their differences, he still loved his sister. He fled the scene, but the daughter still had a little bit of life left, and used what remained of her power to resurrect Ahsoka and remove the dark side from her. With that final act, the daughter passed on, and with her death, the death of the light side, the planet Mortis was plunged into darkness. The son, however, was not finished. He saw a lot of potential in the powerful Anakin Skywalker, and so turned his focus to turning the Jedi Knight to the dark side. And together with the Chosen One, as his ally, he could escape Mortis and bring the galaxy to the dark side. So, he met Anakin at a volcanic place in the...
You know, I wonder what would happen if the son of Mortis teamed up with Darth Sidious.
bowels of Mortis that was so strong in the dark side, known as the Well of the Dark Side itself. And this place looked a lot like Mustafar. Anakin had no interest in joining the Sun, but he then revealed through the Force glimpses into Anakin's not-so-great future, including the Jedi Purge, the rise of the Empire, the death of Padme, and Anakin's transformation into the machined Darth Vader. The truth of these events devastated Anakin so much so that when the Sun told him that he could still change his dark fate and bring peace to the galaxy if he joined the Sun, Anakin gave in. Now steeped in the corruption of the dark side, Anakin believed the Sun when he told him that it was the Jedi who were the threat to peace. Obi-Wan and Ahsoka discovered that Anakin had joined the Sun. Ahsoka sabotaged their Jedi ship so to avert the Sun and Anakin from leaving Mortis. Concerned that the two Jedi would team up with the Father to try and stop him again, the Son went to his sister's crypt, where she had just been placed, so he could retrieve the Mortis dagger that she had been buried with. While the Son had been busy with getting the dagger back, the Father had gone to Anakin and erased his memories of the future, returning him to the light side. And now, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, and the Father all joined to confront the Sun. Even together, the dark side had grown too powerful for them to be a match for the Sun. So, the Father knew he had to strip his son of his Force powers, and if he used the mystical Mortis dagger on himself, he would succeed in stripping the Son of both his powers and his immortality. Of course, the act meant his own life too, but deciding his son was too dangerous to be allowed to leave, the Father stabbed himself. Unexpectedly, trembling in distress at his father's ultimate sacrifice, the Son reconciled with him as he lay dying. But then Anakin impaled the Son with his lightsaber, killing him. And with the death of the Son and the Father, Anakin Skywalker had brought balance to the planet of Mortis, and shortly after, he and his Jedi friends were transported back to their ship as Mortis vanished. Years later, a painting depicting all three of the Ones was found at an excavation of a Jedi temple.
I got 63 years.
Oh my gosh.
This is 32. What's yours say, Court?
It says I only have 3.
But the painting was more than a simple painting. It served as an access point to a portal that leads to another dimension, a world between worlds. You guys might remember this from Rebels. A Jedi apprentice named Ezra Bridger, who had found a way to open the portal and enter the other dimension, entered the other realm it led to. What happened within it is another story. But when he returned, he closed the portal, the temple began to crumble. But before it did, Ezra heard the voice of the Son, telling him the future could still be changed. The same thing he had told Anakin back when he showed him his destiny. So if the Father had not erased Anakin's memories and he had not succeeded in leaving Mortis with the Son, how would that have affected the rest of the Clone Wars? The rise of the Empire? Would Anakin and the Son have confronted Darth Sidious? That's a pretty neat Star Wars theory, and I think I could make a video on that if you guys want. So was the Son right? Was Padme the poisoner? If Anakin wasn't trying to uncover the power to save his wife from death, would he ever have really turned? Or was Padme just a convenient excuse for him to embrace the dark side? I think it was as Obi-Wan said when he fought Anakin on Mustafar. It was his lust for power, mainly, that turned him to the dark side. He was always feeling like the Jedi held him back, and it was for that reason that Anakin, I wouldn't say looked for an excuse, but he kind of had some sort of a scapegoat that just pushed him a little more to turning to the dark side. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to cover the other...
Honestly, I don't think they're, like, completely dead. You know, like, they're essentially the closest things to gods within the Star Wars universe as you can possibly get. And even though they are technically dead, I don't think they have exactly faded into non-existence. Because the dark side, the light side, and balance all still exist within the realm of Star Wars. But anyway, thank you for all watching this video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications for more uploads. Also subscribe to Star Wars Theory. And with that being said, I'll see you next time.